has this one sent away. Returning it, here's Hamlin. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Brandon, there's 2 weeks to go in the regular season, so you know the pressure is ramped up in so many ways. People have to win games, try and get their bonuses, the whole deal. But how about trying to close out an MVP award?
Just 2 weeks to go. There has to be a lot of pressure, though. We've talked about that in previous weeks, sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah, he can talk all he wants about, I don't listen to that, and there's no pressure. All we're doing is trying to win games. He knows, we all know, he's been the one who's been leading the pack. Let's see if he can close it out.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And the slam complete to Hopkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Burrow. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At the 26-yard line.
They run with Hines. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Now it's Hines. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Hines. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Joey Sly lining up.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Yeah, you're impressed,
Yeah, I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Jacksonville.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't get...
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Here's Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This is Hines. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up
from the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good for a Colts.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nick Kwiatkowski there on the tackle.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And on this this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description.
Now Burrow loses the football. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Make it an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Target, it's caught for a Colts touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 there.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returning it, Johnson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. From the gun, Bridgewater. Johnson with a completion over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score them, garbage time, but these count. This is a big deal, and he's making those types of plays, and I think they'll keep finding ways to get it to him.
I was just going to say probably going to go back to him. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Burrow. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
His 49-yard line. A gain of 7.
Now Jones. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Randy Gregory able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson.
Bridgewater's
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
A gain of 4. And
Bridgewater to throw it. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Burrow looking to pass. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Now it's Burrow. Kelsey, left side. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now Burrow on first down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30.
To the air again, Burrow. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
DeAndre.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. Yes, he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
15 more yards.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
And Burrow going to throw again. Open man is Duvernay. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can...
And he's caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Duvernay. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And it is now 21-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result for the Colts was a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Johnson now returning. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get tired, they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
And
I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Jaguars 3.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room.
24-yard line.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. This one not close in the end, 38-15 the final. From there, we slide over to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And you can see there, it's the visiting LA Rams who have the lead in that one. The Rams seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. 38-30 the final in a high-scoring affair. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own 28.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On second down, Burrow. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Michael Brockers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
35-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 30.
Michael Brockers in on the stop. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, Hines. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Bridgewater. And he's got his target. That's more. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw is Bridgewater. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. That's complete right around the 8. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Colts, 6-yard line.
To the air again with Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2 yards.
Bridgewater again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Sly on for the extra point. Increase their lead to 28. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Jay Johnson on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Now he's flushed out right. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Down, Jaguars.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. There he goes, left side. And we'll bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Slide for the PAT.
The point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And a Jaguar 1st down.
To throw, Bridgewater. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Johnson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
They'll run it with Jones. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers and freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A loss of 5 yards brings up 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. 4th down, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Now this offense about ready to take over again. This game is all but over after that last 4th down stop. The only question left, will they play conservative and run the clock or try to pour some salt in the wound? They'll run on first down. It's Hines. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Caleb Chason on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
They run again with Hines. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
And to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On first down, Hines. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Bridgewater toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And
they'll throw again. Bridgewater. This is Johnson. He's got it. He takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Bridgewater on first down. Dancing to his left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now Jones. And the Jags are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They're running it. It's Michel, and they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off.
Mason.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Indy set to go on offense once more. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
At the 31. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
They go play action with Burrow. Heavy rush and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Ronald Jones. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Throwing. Bridgewater. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Yards to go.
He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
First down.
Give him 30 yards there.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbound.
If this were a college...
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it...
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one in the end. They get a score. Pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. There was no going pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Crosby for the point after. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. It's a 6-yard run, leaves them with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Brings up third down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is